What's up, everybody? Big Herc 916, and you're tuned in to another edition of my vlog. Thanks for supporting the channel. Thanks for subscribing and sharing it with your friends. You know, I'm all about that positivity and that motivation. And I want to talk about the Chris Brown syndrome and what's going on with these women trying to accuse my man of, actually committing a rape against them. And I want to talk on this because I tell you guys all the time that you got to be careful. You know, anytime you rub somebody wrong, you know, these females can come back and make accusations, get you caught up. And if they can get an entertainer like Chris Brown caught up, just think about what it can do to you. So I always tell you, man, you have to watch yourself and don't get caught up thinking these females are really into you like that. You know, a lot of times they got agendas. You don't know who put them up to go actually get at you. Sometimes it could be a straight setup. You know, people send women to solicit you, to proposition you, and if you fall for it, they can use that and turn around and have her now blackmail you, whether it's to sign off on an agreement, on a contract, tell your wife, expose you somehow. But the game is vicious, man. You know, it's vicious. You know, it happened to Mike Tyson, it happened to Tupac, and it could happen to you, man. You know, and many other people have failed because of some woman saying she was raped, and it actually wasn't rape. And I'm not saying it hasn't happened. I'm not saying men haven't been overly aggressive in some of these situations and the women have said no, but at the same time, there's an actual hustle to this. You know, a lot of these women are jockeying for positions. You know, they're looking for favors, looking for opportunities, and you know, shit is scandalous, man. I always say, you know, try to have you some type of video or photography evidence in your support. You know, have somebody around you who can kind of collaborate what you say or what you do, because you don't want to be in a position like Chris Brown. You know, shout out to Chris Brown. You know, I know you just signed a major record deal, so you got your masters, man. That's great. I love to see brothers out there doing their thing. And you know, Chris, I know he's went through his situations, and I spoke on him before about, you know, just being in the mix and, you know, being involved, wanting to be involved in some of the gang stuff. But, you know, maybe that's a young thing, and he'll grow out of that and kind of see things in the bigger picture and elevate to another level. But, you know, anyways, Chris was out there in Paris, you know, performing some shows, staying at a hotel that was $24,000 a night, big balling, and, you know, have some models up in the pad, doing their thing, chilling, enjoying themselves. Next thing you know, he gets picked up for accusations of alleged rape. And like I said, it could happen to anybody who's out there, you know, hooking up with these pretty females, these Instagram models, these thoughts out there that are kind of like, you know, working their agenda. And you got to be careful, man. You got to be careful, and you got to always have something to back up your story. Because if you got any type of criminal history, you got any type of record, you are trashed. You're done. They're going to use that and exploit that to a whole nother degree. And even if you didn't do it and you plead guilty to get probation, you're now a sex offender. So you don't want to be labeled as a sex offender, man. And I've seen it happen many times, man. I've seen guys get caught up with young females saying that they're older than what they are, you know, and these females have been out here giving up the cheeks for years, and you know, 17 and saying they're 19, 20, and you know, dudes go down. I've seen it happen, man. I've seen it happen to a lot of different people who aren't even at a celebrity status, and it could easily happen to the average guy. You got to watch yourself, man. You know, Chris already had the incident at his mansion out here in Encino. You know, female said she couldn't leave. She was held against her will. You know, they had their way with her, blah, 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 blah. And, you know, that should have been kind of like, you know, a heads up to be more on point, because you can't risk putting yourself in positions like this when you got so many other positive things going on in your life. You got to try to avoid these pitfalls, these traps, man, because, you know, these women, a lot of them aren't really in it for what you consider the intimacy or the love aspect, you know, or even the sex. They into it for what they can get afterwards, as far as, hey, I can expose you, I can tell on you about this, or I can say you did this to me, and yeah, you can be thrown under the bus. I mean, you know, it's happened to a lot of people, and you just got to be smart, man. You got to be smart and know exactly that, hey, it is what it is. They on me because of my reputation. I mean, look at Kevin Hart. You know, Kevin Hart, man, he didn't even let it go 48 hours, and he just went ahead and just put it out there before she exposed him. But he thinking, hey, man, this broad's down. She want me to hook up, and, you know, she know I'm married and blah, 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 blah. And they don't care. They don't care. It's happened to Tristan, you know, who's dating Khloe Kardashian. Females up in the lobby all up on him. He getting his freak on, you know, whatever he was doing up in the room prior or after, you know, I don't know. But the fact is, they had it on camera. That's enough to say, hey, you know, you were out here doing your thing. These females have agendas. You know, they're on a cold mission, man. There are some good ones out there, but they ain't putting themselves out there like that. They're in the cuts. They're the ones behind the scenes. They're not the ones, you know, doing all the selfies and you know, twerking and putting their booty shots out there, because those ones are hypnotizing you. They're getting that, you know, that Pied Piper music and getting you doing this. Oh, you know, and, you know, basically fiending over their Instagram photos. I know a lot of guys post pictures of women up all the time. They act like they never had any sex in their life. And I can't, you know, I don't understand it, man. I ain't never been, you know, a fiend over a female to the point where I'm just, oh, every day I gotta just, you know, man, look, I recognize females, and, you know, I peep game, you know, I enjoy their company, I'm married, but at the same time, I'm not gonna try to take a screenshot of every big ass I see on the internet. So imagine if you're getting that thrown in your face. A lot of these dudes couldn't even handle it. They would jump on it in a heartbeat, and then after the fact be like, what'd I do? Wait, I didn't mean it. Oh, I'm sorry. I don't know how to explain it to my family. Oh my God. And then, you know, want to do something drastic, you know, go all the way up, ass backwards, you know. So be smart, man. Be smart. Stay on top of your P's and Q's. Stay laced up, man. And I don't care if you have a video recording, audio recording, have something that says that, hey, you know, she's willing, she's consenting, you know, you're not forcing yourself upon her, you know. And like I said, you never know who could send a female agent after you. It could be a number of people who have, you know, plans to kind of infiltrate or make a move on your position. And it's not only entertainers, it's dudes in the hood. You know, you getting money, you hustling. I've seen, you know, guys send females up on D-boys and get them all, you know, involved intimately. And when the dude is night-night, that front door is unlocked, or that back door, and some motherfuckers run up in there with ski masks, and it's a wrap. So it happens in the hood all the time. Oh, female look innocent. Oh my God, oh, you get popped upside the head with the pistol. Oh, and then you get whooped. And then it's like, oh, who you gonna tell if you're a D-boy? You'll go to the cops and have the cops like, well, what'd they come over here to rob you for? What are you doing? What's your job? So, you know, it's a lot of things that play in effect, and, you know, you gotta really watch these females, man. And I don't know if I told you guys a story, but I had a partner, you know, and he's on one of those sites, you know, seeking arrangements, and he thinks because he's good looking, these females ain't gonna, you know, he's not gonna pay him. So he's thinking, oh man, I can just go on here, I can, you know, cherry pick 8s and 9s, you know, maybe a 7 at the least, and you know, be ahead of the game. I take him out to dinner, and it's all good. I got the motherfucking, you know, exotic car jumping off. Well, he did that, and it's worked for him. But then one particular instant, you know, went out to dinner, you know, bad little broad, they, you know, getting their grind on, massages, have sex in the morning. She's like, hey, I need 500 bucks. What do you mean? I need 500 bucks, you know, for last night. And if you don't give me 500 bucks, I'm calling the cops and telling them that you raped me because I have, you know, proof because you didn't use a condom. Oh, what are you talking about? Yes, I just needed 500 bucks. You know, I really like you, but I needed 500. My nigga had to break the 500 bucks off. Plain and simple, man. He thought he was a player, man, but he got played. You know, just because she gave you massage and sucked on your toes and laid up with you and snuggle time after sex, it don't mean that she ain't still about her bread. She's about her bread. Be wise, my brothers. Be wise out there. Be smart, you know. Watch out when you're trying to just play the scene, you know, because when you're sleeping around like that and you're trying to hook up with these different females and they see you got something, they find ways to get it. You know, I've heard of stories where females that went in the bathroom and grabbed the condom and squeezed it up in there and got pregnant from a condom that had been taken off after the fact. So he used, I know, you know, this particular person used protection and still got caught up with a child custody situation that's paying child support. The game is vicious, man. You gotta be smart, man. Stay laced up. Big Herc 916, man.